High snap, play action, Nichols underneath, caught, gets away from one tackler, gets away from two tacklers, down the sidelines, one man to beat, stutter step, getting away to the end zone, number 8, Dylan Talley, touchdown, Bowie.
Robertson in motion, Craven's back to pass, goes across the middle, Ghostin holds it in, he's gonna go to the touchdown, to the house, Cravens to Ghostin, Colt, touchdown!
As a tight end, pulls a guard, Barrett finds the hole, follows the pulling guard, cuts outside, bounces outside to the 20, 10, 15, 5, touchdown, Bowers, touchdown, Bowie!
Out of the stretch. Sky towards left center field. The wind is carrying it. Is it gone? It is! Jackson Irons with a 2-run shot over the left center field fence. He'll plate Wharton, and it's 6-4. There's still an insurance run that is about to get driven in on this base hit. Flores delivers the insurance run. Burkle out of position. They've got to pass, and they've got to go! Patomeco with the pass. Miralrio has a bit of a look. Shot on goal, and he gets it in! Two tight end set here as we go to the left-hand side with B.J. Rogers. Rogers is into the second level. B.J. Rogers to midfield. One man trying to catch up to him, but he will not. Number 6 in for 6. That will do it.
This broadcast is under intellectual property and may not be repurposed or reproduced without express written consent. Enjoy this presentation from Zach Harnum Productions, Energetic Media Solutions.
Back in the stands, makes the noise. That way we can clinch our first playoff in over 12 years. And for the 5th time in school history. All members of the volunteer family, thank you for attending today's game. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the Southeast Arlington hospitality of Ballpark Mont Bowie. It's almost time for the Vikings and the Volunteers.
What you heard, ladies and gentlemen, was the sweet sounds of Yachty Pagan, the PA man, here at Bowie High School. I'm Jot Holly for Zach Harnum Productions, bringing you tonight's Bowie Volunteers versus Lamar Vikings. I'm sitting in the booth next to 3 high school kids that all have this weird look on their face as I'm talking through the intercom by myself. It's running solo tonight, but we're going to have a great night of action. You have 2 7-3 teams, the North Siders, the South Siders, meeting here at Bowie High School on the south side of Arlington, south of I-20, and that's all that matters is that tonight. The night is going to set up a great matchup. The winner here moves on to 8-3. The loser is going to go to 7-4, and it's going to make it harder for them to go into the playoffs. Arlington High School right now, for them, they need a win, and they're in. They're at Grand Prairie High School. Zach and Pops have that on the other channel here on Zach Harnum Productions. But me, I got the fun game tonight. It'll be the 7-3 Bowie Volunteers looking to make the playoffs versus the Lamar Vikings. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, but Yachty has a very, very good Chuck Morgan announcement voice. It's not really registering for me over the headset, but fans, this is the Chapman Cornelius pregame show, and we want to thank our sponsors, Chapman Cornelius Insurance Inc., a family-owned business with a team of professionals who have served the Arlington area for over 50 years. Don't let insurance be a headache. Chapman Cornelius can help you create a custom insurance plan tailored to your small business needs and budget. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346 or go to www.chapman-cornelius.com. As you see the 2 managers meet at home plate with the 2 umpires. It's going to be a nice night. Here's a blue out here at Bowie High School for those that listened. But more Northsiders from Lamar have made their way down New York Avenue to Bowie High School. We have a good night of baseball. We're going to be pitchers on the pitchers on the mound today. It's going to be Roman Ortega for the Volunteers, and his counterpart's going to be Colton Quesada from Lamar. He'll be batting 4th, but he'll be on the mound. We're going to step aside real quick while the umps and the managers are intermingling. We'll be right back. This is Jot Holly bringing you Zach Harnum Productions.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage, or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Back in the booth here at Bowie High School. I'm gonna have some visitors today. Opening for the first inning, Councilwoman Haley from Arlington. Nikki Hunter. Sorry, I don't know why I said Nikki Haley. It's not Nikki Haley. Nikki Hunter from Arlington, the District 3 Councilwoman. She's gonna join me for the first inning. She's a Lamar grad. She went to UTA. I go to UTA. I'll be graduating soon. Zach went to UTA. A lot of UTAs and Arlingtons in here. I'm an Arlington Colt by nature, by birth, so can't do anything about that part. But we're going to be here to talk about some baseball. Should be here to join me after the start of the first inning. But before then, we're going to have a young Bowie volunteer play the national anthem. Once Yachty Pregame gets them set, and we'll be ready to go for some 7-3 baseball between the Vikings and the Volunteers here at Bowie High School. As you see, a long home plate conversation. I don't know if they're talking about traffic or directions or the AC/DC concert last night. Either way, AC/DC concert was last night at AT&T. I'm sad I missed it. I don't know where it was at, but I'm sad I missed it. What you will hear, you'll hear a lot of people behind me throughout the game. Yachty, in particularly, be meeting him in the booth by ourselves, most likely. While he's running the PA, I'll be on the mic talking to myself for a little bit, pretty much half the game. Well, it's going to be a great game. Bowie's coming off a 3-game win streak. They swept last week series versus Haltom, home and home. Then had a Saturday game, senior day, as you see the numbers behind home plate for the seniors that will graduate this spring with a big win over Fort Worth Southwest. Meanwhile, Lamar, they're coming off of getting swept last week. So there's a tale of two teams, one going one direction, the other going a different one. For Arlington, they lead the district. Bowie and Lamar are tied both for second at 7-3. And there's two teams in South Grand Prairie and Haltom right behind, fighting for each other's for that last spot. 4 teams make the playoffs, 5 teams still alive. As you hear Yachty Pregame going over the opening lineups, we're going to have lead off for the Volunteers will be Jackson Turner. Batting second will be Christian Uribe. Batting third, Isaiah Henderson had 2 home runs last Tuesday versus Haltom. He's been on a tear. Batting fourth behind him will be Roman Ortega, the pitcher. Batting fifth, Brody Ferguson will be playing first base tonight while Ortega's on the mound. Jason Wheeler will be in right field, batting sixth. As always, Roberto De Leon batting seventh. He's behind the plate, catching for Ortega. He's one of the better catchers in the district between him and Jeremiah Taylor. So it'll be a good challenge here as they take on the Lamar Vikings. Batting eighth, Andrew Vega, the second baseman, and batting ninth, the left fielder, Alex Rojas. The Volunteers, their offense has been on the tear. Jackson Turner last week had 2 RBI triples, one on Tuesday. one on Friday as they took care of business versus Haltom last week in two back-to-back games. They're winners of 6 of the last 8 with those 2 losses coming to district leading Arlington 2 weeks ago. They have 2 games here versus Lamar, one today, one on Thursday, since Friday is Good Friday. And then next week, the season finale will be against South Grand Prairie. And that will be most likely for standing in the 8-6-8 district.
Number 5, Jackson Turner.
As the players get announced, we're going to step aside and hear the sweet sounds of Yachty Pagan announce the Volunteers before we go to the national anthem.
Uribe at third base. Batting third and playing shortstop, number 9, Isaiah Henderson. Henderson at shortstop. Batting fourth and pitching, number 7, Roman Ortega. Ortega pitching. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 19, Brody Ferguson. Ferguson at first base. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 15, Jason Wheeler. Wheeler in right field. Batting seventh and catching, number 12, Roberto De Leon. De Leon catching. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 6, Andrew Vega. Vega at second base. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 3, Alex Rojas. Rojas in left field. And once again, on the mound for the Volunteers, number 7, Roman Ortega. Roman Ortega pitching. The assistant coaches are Nolan Crowder, Shane Ferguson, and Nate Baroni. And the head coach, Alex Johnson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps. Remember those who teach us and those who protect us, as we have a member of the Spirit of the Volunteers, Arnaldo Paz Jr. honors America with the playing of our national anthem.
Taqueria Taco Express is now the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 in Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com. If you're like me and need printed materials to get your brand out there to the community, then you need Eka Signs. Conveniently located in central Arlington, Eka features a wide selection of shirts, hats, banners, yard signs, acrylics, magnets for your car, magnets for your fridge, tumblers, A-frames, and more. Call Eka at 817-617-2229 for more information and tell them Zap sent you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arnaldo Paz Jr. with tonight's national anthem. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game is being broadcast live on Zach Arnold Productions with Jot Holly and Jot Holly number 2 on the call for tonight's action. We'll have Arlington City Councilwoman Nikki Hunter as a special guest on tonight's broadcast. You can tune in live right now on youtube.com/@ZachTheVoice. Once again, Zach Arnold Productions is carrying tonight's game on YouTube through their broadcast, youtube.com/@ZachTheVoice. Zach Arnold Productions, Energetic Media Solutions.
And as you see, the Volunteers take the field ready to start off this baseball game. Jot Holly here for Zach Arnold Productions, bringing you Bowie Volunteers take on the Lamar Vikings. And I have a former Viking next to me. Councilwoman Nikki Hunter. She's the councilwoman for District 3. She's a former Viking. She went to UTA. She graduated from Dallas Baptist as well. And she's here to talk to you all about things that are going on in the city of Arlington and just talk about her love of baseball and Lamar. Ms. Hunter, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, happy to be here. Super excited. Thank you guys for having me here. I love baseball. Love getting out watching, Bowie versus Lamar. Like I said, I went to Lamar years ago, so this is fun.
So now that, I guess District 3, I believe, from what I saw, you have Matlock Pioneer all the way up to I-20. Is Bowie in your district?
Yes, Bowie is a main part of my district. I actually started at Pioneer Parkway, go all the way down to Mansfield.
Oh, so this will be two teams, one dear to your heart, one that you work with all the time, that you're
Yes,
close with.
yes. I'm actually coming to your career day next week
We're at Bowie High
at
School.
Bowie High School. Yeah.
So if you hear that, students, if you hear that from Bowie High School, Councilwoman Hunter, she'll be here at Career Day next week. Make sure you come out and say hi, get a picture. She's ready. She's ready to tell you all that you need to know about the city of Arlington, about life, about what life's going to be like once you graduate high school. And for these kids getting ready to graduate high school, we're excited for some baseball right here. We're going to be led off by Jackson Davis for Lamar, number 2. Lamar is going to be in the navy blue tops, powder blue bottoms, very Milwaukee Brewer-esque uniforms as they take on the Volunteers. Volunteers in the pinstripe white pants, blue tops, orange stripes on the side, kind of Boise State look. So get ready for some good baseball, blue on blue.
Blue and blue. Yes.
As you see Roman Ortega throwing out the first pitch, and that's going to be low and away outside ball 1. Miss Hunter, are you a big Rangers fan?
I am. Yes. Actually going this weekend.
Oh, you are.
Yes.
So, do you have a favorite player growing up for the Rangers that you were a big fan of? The favorite player you have now as a fan, or?
I'm probably telling my age, but I loved Nolan Ryan back in the day. Right now, yeah, I don't really have a favorite player. I just love watching him.
As you see, that ball from Davis was grounded out to Isaiah Henderson. Henderson fired over the first. Ferguson brought it out for out number 1. And that's how we're going to start the game off here. Jacob Greco, the number 2 batter in the lineup for the Vikings, came up to bat against Roman Ortega. 2 pitches, no problem. Quick round ball. Did you play any softball, baseball?
No, I'm not sporty in any way.
So okay, what can you tell me about what brought you to the love of baseball?
I think just really just getting out watching. I don't play sports, but I love watching sports. Baseball, football. I just like the game, just kind of watching the game and just the excitement of it.
And there was a lot of excitement there in that bat from Jacob Greco over the head of right fielder Jason Wheeler. Stand up double. The Volunteers, the Vikings have their first runner on board already.
Yay!
Brock Jackson, the catcher, number 24. We have catcher here in the 3 spot. We have the pitcher, Colton Quesada, right behind him in the 4 spot. Runner on second. 1 out, top of the first. Jot Holly, Nikki Hunter here talking about some baseball, talking about life. What's going on in the city of Arlington that you'd like to talk about that you want to bring up to us and let people out there know?
We have a lot of exciting stuff going on in Arlington right now. Not only is it baseball season, do we have the Rangers plan, but we also have our Medal of Honor that just opened up down in our entertainment district. So it's excited. Hope the students and their parents can get out and see it, to see the history and to honor our veterans here in the city that's here housed in the city of Arlington.
What's the I haven't had a chance to go out and visit the Medal of Honor building since it's been created. What's the one thing that for you that you would want to advertise to me and people out there to draw us to go see it?
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. You will be so amazed once you get out there, just learning about the history of each of the Medal of Honor recipients, and it's just the beauty of having it right here in your city, your home city, Arlington.
When we talk about beauty there's a beautiful double over the head of Jackson Turner. It's gonna be an RBI double for the Vikings. They're the first ones on the board. So your Lamar Vikings have an early 1-0 lead against the Volunteers. Bring up Colton Quesada, the pitcher. We'll have a pinch runner, Gannon Carey, who's Lamar's starting quarterback. He's on the bench for the Vikings and the baseball team, but he's gonna be the pinch runner. He's got a lot of speed. Versus Arlington High, I got to see him last fall. He was running over Arlington High's defense left and right, so he's got a lot of speed out there.
Yeah.
One run's already came across the score for the Vikings. It's 1-0 over the Volunteers already. First pitch. The ball is in the dirt, bounces in front of De Leon, gets away. Gannon Carey's gonna scamper over to third, get in there on the final pitch. So Ortega's already having a hard time finding his control. Hunter, I saw that you're a big advocate for the YMCA.
I am, yes.
Can you tell me? I was a big fan growing up. I used to go to YMCA all the time. My brother took swim classes there. I didn't, what do you see in the future for the YMCA?
Oh, I think the YMCA has a huge future here. I used to be on the board at the Arlington Mansfield YMCA. They do a lot of good stuff for our kids here, and in the city and in Mansfield, and they have so many programs that continue to grow. So just so thankful to have the YMCA here in the city.
As you see a strike there, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the number 4 batter, Casada, Colton Casada, the pitcher. Runs already came across the score, 1 out. Runner on third. 1-2. Outside in the dirt, 2-2. If you would play baseball, Miss Hunter, what would be your walk-up theme song? Do you ever have a thought in your mind of what you want to walk up to?
Oh wow, no, I'm a I don't think I'm a very good pitcher, so that probably wouldn't be for me.
As that ball's hit right back to the pitcher, Ortega fires to De Leon, and that's going to be out at the plate. Good play by De Leon. Blocked the plate, gave Carey nowhere to go, so that's going to be out number 2. Runner is going to make it to first on the fielder's choice, but that did keep the run coming in. It's going to stay 1-0. Colton McKay second. Colton in this Vikings lineup. He's coming with the bat. The number 5 man in the lineup. He's playing third base tonight. Runners on first. 2 outs. 1 run has already came across the score. I'm not a big fan of walls. I don't know about you, Miss Hunter, but there's one flying back and forth in front of this window here. As the runner takes off to second, the throw, and that's going to be over the head of the second baseman. Runner's going to get up. He's not going to make it to third. He's going to get in there safely with the stolen base. That was a ball on the pitch. So you have runner on second, 2 away. McKay's going to walk in there with the runner in scoring position. 1 runner has come across the score for the Vikings. 1-0 from Ortega. That's in there, strike 1. Holly in the booth. Councilman Hunter is up here next to her on the left. Next to me, her husband's right behind me, grabbing the Captain America shirt. Is that your favorite Marvel character? Favorite Marvel character right behind me, Captain America. Me personally, I was always a big Iron Man fan. This might just be just from the movies. You gotta get a character that has like good powers in there though. As that ball is hitting the dirt, shortstop's gonna field it. He's gonna fire over the first, and that's gonna end the top of the first. But 1 run is gonna come across the score for the Vikings. Volunteers come to bat in the bottom of the first. Step aside real quick. This is Jot Holly bringing you Zach on Productions, presented by John Wade Roofing.
If you're like me and need printed materials to get your brand out there to the community, then you need Eka Signs. Conveniently located in central Arlington, Eka features a wide selection of shirts, hats, banners, yard signs, acrylics, magnets for your car, magnets for your fridge, tumblers, A-frames, and more. Call Eka at 817-617-2229 for more information and tell them Zap sent you.
Page's Pretty Roots is a Texas-based small business where you can discover handcrafted treasures designed to nurture your body and soul. From custom t-shirts that showcase your unique style to nourishing sugar scrubs and moisturizers made with love. Whether you're looking for a fun fashion statement or all-natural self-care, you'll find something special here. Shop now and experience the magic of handmade by scanning the QR code or searching Page's Pretty Roots on Etsy.com.
Back to Bowie High School. Volunteers trailing 1-0 after the top of the first. Councilman Hunter was nice enough to join us in the top of the first inning to tell us a little bit about what's going on in the city. She's a Lamar Viking at heart. She went to Lamar. She's a UTA Maverick. She came by, said hi, and then she is off for the day. So I'm riding solo for the rest of the day. Let's go to the bottom of the first. We're going to look at Jackson Turner. He's going to lead off for the Volunteers. Behind him, Christian Uribe, and then batting third, Isaiah Henderson, the shortstop. Lamar was able to get back-to-back doubles and bring in a run. And then they end up leaving the runner stranded after a good play by Ortega and De Leon to get the runner coming home from third.
Volunteers, the center fielder, number 5, Jackson Turner.
Jackson Turner's going to come up to bat now. First at bat of the game for the center fielder, the junior, number 5. Expect a lot of big things out of him. He's very speedy. He had multiple triples last week in their sweep over the Halton Buffalo. On the mound for the Vikings would be Colton Casada. Casada had a chance to come up and bat. He ended up making it onto base. Got the RBI double to give him the run to help his team out. And the first pitch swinging from Jackson Turner fired over the third, and the third baseman fouls the first, out number 1. First pitch, 1 out.
Batting second, the third baseman, number 11, Chris Uribe.
Christopher Uribe, number 11, number 2 batter in this Volunteers lineup. Lineup 1 through 4 is very dangerous, very deadly. Turner, Uribe, Henderson, Ortega. Those are the 4 guys you want to get things going for you. As the first pitch is in the dirt, wild pitch outside, ball 1. 0-1. That ball's hitting the dirt. Shortstop's gonna ground. If he thought he was gonna ground it, he stumbled that ball like I stumbled my words. That's gonna go as an infield single. That was a tough play for the shortstop for Lamar. The shortstop Ben Strya. He's not batting. He's the shortstop. He's DH for. That was a tough play for him there. They have a runner on first. At next, Isaiah Henderson, number 9, had 2 home runs in the game against Haltom on Tuesday. Then got a 6-0 win over Haltom on Friday here at Bowie High School. Yeah, first, fire over the first, and that ball gets away from the first baseman. Uribe gets up. He's going to make it into second safely. They fire over the second. Second, he loses the ball, but Uribe is not able to get up in time to make it to third. So that's going to go as a throwing error on the pitcher. Get Uribe over to second. Now there's a runner in score position with 1 out for the Volunteers. Crosstown Pops. I guess not technically not in Crosstown because they're in Grand Prairie. Zach and Pops are there covering the Arlington High Colts as they take on the Grand Prairie Warriors. And for Arlington High, it's win and you're in. They have 8 wins. They lead district 8-6. These 2 teams are playing for second right now. Casada throws off the mound. He steps off the mound. He fakes over the second, trying to keep the runner from running. Keep the runner from going. Runner on second, 1 away. Riding solos. Kind of weird. I don't ride solo very often calling baseball. There's always somebody here with me, but a chance to do it on my own. First pitch to Henderson. That ball is hit to the shortstop. Shortstop fires the first, and just in time, out number 2. Very bang bang play by Strya. That's going to go. Anybody at home keeping score. Bring up the pitcher, Ramon Ortega, number 7. Cleanup spot for the Volunteers. Very deadly with that bat. Ortega has power to push, he has power to pull. All you need is the ball pulled down the 310 line in left field. That's going to bring the runner home from second. Away in the bottom of the first as Ortega swings and misses, strike 1. First pitch swinging, first pitch missing. Ortega, one of the better bats in this Volunteer lineup. Volunteers need to get going after the 4, 5, 6 spots in the lineup. Ferguson, Wheeler, and De Leon. They need production from 5 through 9 if they want to make a big run in the playoffs this season. 0-1 outside, but called strike. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitcher Ortega at the plate. at second. Second baseman is doing a lot of dancing. And that ball is hit shy at the shortstop. He fires over to first in time, and that's going to end the inning. Volunteers going to leave a runner on second. As we go to the top of the second, Volunteers trail 1-0 to the Vikings. This is Zach on Productions bringing you Volunteer Baseball presented by John Wade Roofing right after this.
Hey, this is John Wade Jr., Colt Football 97, class of 98. And the next time you have a roofing issue, be sure and call Arlington's favorite roofer, John Wade Roofing. Look us up on the internet at johnwaderoofing.com.
Hey Arlington residents, if you're like me and tired of rising insurance rates, then it's time to make the switch to Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services. Since 1984, they've been your trusted local insurance experts, offering competitive quotes for all your needs. Auto, homeowners, umbrella, renters, boats, and even classic cars. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Compare coverages today and see how much you can save by visiting chapman-cornelius.com. Chapman Cornelius, your local insurance partner since 1984.
Welcome back to Bowie High School. Going to the top of the second, where the north side Lamar Vikings have a 1-0 lead over the south side Bowie Volunteers. You see Ramon Ortega out there warming back up. Had a little bit of a struggle in the first inning. Gave up 2 doubles and an RBI, but they were able to manage to keep that second run from coming across after a good play by Berto De Leon. Able to fire it back to Ortega covering home, and that kept the run from scoring. Look at Branson Burns, the first baseman, batting sixth in the lineup. Doesn't swing at the first pitch. It's called ball outside. 1-0 outside again. Ball two quick balls. Branson, the number 6 man in the lineup for the Vikings. The Lamar Vikings coming off of getting swept last week to Arlington High School. 2-0 pitch outside again. Ball 3. Ortega having a hard time finding his control early in this game. 3-0. Branson drops down the bunt, pulls it back in time. That's going to be strike one. Interesting decision there with a 3-0 count to try to drop down the bunt instead of waiting to see if he had a pitch that you can swing at. The 3-1, he has a pitch you can swing at. That's over the head of the third baseman, out into left field. That's going to be a leadoff walk for Branson Burns, the first baseman. The Vikings have somebody on base again. Stepping up to the batter's box, Connor Bouchel. Bouchel is a very common name you hear around the city of Arlington. Different coaches. Eric Bouchel from Arlington High. Here, Steve Bouchel from the Rangers. Yes, Bouchel name is very common around here. As Bouchel looks at a pitch, strike one. Run around first, no outs. 1-0 early. Bouchel drops down a bunt, and that ball bunts over the head of De Leon. Strike 2. Nice, beautiful day. The breeze is blowing, but not blowing inside the box. Yachty Pagan, the PA man, has a window closed because walls keep flying back and forth, and neither one of us are in the mood to get stung today. He'll fight. He said he'll fight a wasp. I'm allergic to bees. I've never been stung by a wasp, and that's the last thing I need to see is that 0-2 is hit foul over the first base line. In the park, we call that ball help. So if anybody can get that ball and throw it back in, we do appreciate it. Go Back to an 0-2 count. Runner still on first. No way. No out. 0-2 swung on and missed. That's a big strikeout for Ortega. Out number one. Big game. Joe swinging at something outside that he wasn't going to be able to get contact on there. Good job. Get that first out. Now you can see the first left-hander in this Vikings lineup. Cole Wrench, the DH. DH for the shortstop, Ben Shryock. Wrench, number 17, has a chance to try to drive that runner around. Gives runner on first. That's Ransom Burns, who led off the inning with the single to left field. Ortega's first pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike one. Big curve there by Ortega. Had a lot of movement to it. Ortega takes the first, fires home. That ball is called strike. It looked outside, but strike two. Good placement there. Trying to get the outside corner, and he did. 0-2 count to Wrench, the DH. Ball, 0-2 pitch low. All one. Batter's box is Logan in the on deck circle, Logan Archibald, center fielder. The 1-2 is outside again. Ball two. Goose Wild, 2-2. Balls, two strikes, one out. 2-2. That ball swung on. Hit fouls. Do it again. Looked like it might have bounced off of Wrench's foot. He shakes it off, no problem. Steps back into the batter's box, and we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Flags in center field aren't moving. That ball's not moving. The ball's going sideways, going out of play. That's a foul ball. Do it again, 2-2. Going back, Jack, do it again. I always want to tell a ball, hit the road, Jack, and don't come back, but nobody ever hits home runs around me. I'm in the booth up here. Some high school kids all have this strange look on their faces. I talk to myself. It's just a normal day for me. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2. That ball's hit foul again. Do it one more time. What a battle we have out there. Wrench, the left fielder. Ortega, the pitcher. Trying to get the best of each other. 2-2. One more time. That ball swung on. Foul. Uribe's making chase, and he's not going to get there in time. Hat came off. Looked like he had a play. Just wasn't able to get there as that ball bounces off the bullpen fence. 2-2 more time. Ball, 2 strikes. Burns setting at first. Been there for a while now. Waiting to run. 2-2. This ball swung on. Second baseman's going to get it. Fires over the first. Takes the short out at first. But meanwhile, Burns is going to make it to second. So that's going to be a fielder's choice. 4-3. It's 2 away. Logan Archibald, the center fielder. Batting ninth in the lineup for the Vikings. The Vikings next inning will be most likely batting to the top of their lineup. The umpire has a quick word with Coach Johnson in the Volunteers dugout. First pitch to Archibald's low, winning the dirt, ball 1. 2 teams playing with a lot on the line. If you lose today, you can afford a split. You can't afford a sweep. It's the 1-0 looked at. All 2. That looked like a good pitch there from my angle, but I'm not the man downstairs that can see everything. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. 2-0, good breaking pitch, strike 1. Good comeback there on that breaking pitch, leaving batters confused. 2-1, another breaking pitch. That one just misses the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 ball away from losing them. And then the Lamar Vikings will be back to the top of the lineup. 3-1, that ball is hit. Jackson Turner calls everybody off. That ball's hit to center field. Kerner's going to look it into his glove, and that's going to be out number 3. The Vikings will strand a runner at second. Volunteers going to go with a chance to bat bottom of the second. With a chance to tie this game up. Zach on Productions bring you Bowie Volunteer Baseball, wrapped by John Wayne.
Hey, Arlington residents, if you're like me and tired of rising insurance rates, then it's time to make the switch to Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services. Since 1984, they've been your trusted local insurance experts, offering competitive quotes for all your needs. Auto, homeowners, umbrella, renters, boats, and even classic cars. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Compare coverages today and see how much you can save by visiting chapman-cornelius.com. Chapman Cornelius, your local insurance partner since 1984.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Extraordinaria y auténtica comida mexicana. Aquí encontrarás el mejor menú para el paladar más exigente. Puedes visitarlos en una de sus 3 sucursales ubicadas en Arlington y en Green Prairie. No te pierdas de su grandioso especial todos los martes, Taco Tuesday, de 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrarnos o hacer un pedido, visítalos a su página web taqueriatacoexpress.com.
To the bottom of the second we go. The Volunteers trail 1-0 to the Vikings during the inning. You got to hear a little Blazing Saddles theme song. You rode a Blazing Saddle. As the scoreboard operator here, Yachty Pregame, was playing ball. Striker out. 1-3. Now you hear a little Careless Whisper. Music seems so loud, but Brody Ferguson, he's waiting to get that bat loud as well as he's coming to the bat for his first appearance of the night. He's been struggling a bit lately. Struck out 2 times Friday against Haltom. Looking to get back on the stride as that first pitch is low and away, ball 1. Ferguson playing first base tonight while Ortega is on the mound. Typically, Ferguson and Ortega interchange between the pitching mound, first base, and the DH position. 0-1 count to Brody. Side of fires. Ball swung on, hit the third baseman over the third baseman's glove, and that's going to be hit for Brody Ferguson. Get back on the stride, young man. Good job there. It's a tough play for the third baseman. For Lamar, wasn't able to bring it in. And now Ferguson's on first. Old McKay looked like he had a chance to get it. Ball bounced over his glove. Ferguson's at first base. First base. I don't know if the PA man gave that a hit or an error. Either way, now you got a runner standing at first with Jason Wheeler, the right fielder, looking at taking his first hacks of the game. And Wheeler drops down a bunt. Doesn't pull back in time. Strike 1.
That counts as a hit. Get them on top of the base before we get down on it.
Brody Ferguson's hit. That ball bounced off third base, and that's the second hit for the Volunteers. Good piece of hitting by Ferguson. 0-1 count to Wheeler. Let me get back on the stride. You need a lot from the 5, 6, 7 guys in this lineup. 0-1. They're good play by the catcher from Lamar to pop back up. Keep going anywhere. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rock Johnson playing behind the plate for Lamar. He did a good job popping up. He's been one of the names that you haven't heard of very much in district play. You hear a lot about De Leon. You hear a lot about Jeremiah Taylor at Arlington High. Johnson, he's one of the dark horses for District Defensive Player of the Year. The 1-1. That ball is low outside. Ball 2. Johnson keeping an eye on Ferguson at first. Meanwhile, Casada's trying to find his grip as well. Try to get something over the plate. If you're a Wheeler, look to push to the opposite side of the field and test the arm of the defender. And he does that there, but he pushes it too far foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good crowd tonight here at Bowie High School. A lot of fans from Lamar made the trip up. I guess you would say up 360, up 20, 30. Depends on which direction you came from. The 2-2, that ball swung on. The curveball hangs up there. The ball hit, hangs up there really high. Second baseman's going to catch it into his glove. 1 out. Hanging curveball. Wheeler just misses it. here comes that bad man I was talking about behind the plate, Roberto De Leon, the catcher. He's looking for his first at bat. Ferguson's still standing at first. He's going to have a chance to try to bring Ferguson around if he can. Friday's action versus Haltom, he went 1 for 2. Reached a base twice, though, off of an error. He had a double in his second at bat, looking to see if he can try to add to that here. It's the first, as the pitcher fires over the first to keep Ferguson intact. Keep him honest. First pitch to De Leon, swung on and missed, strike one. De Leon's hanging out there waiting for that pitch he wants. He wants to hit that 375 sign out in dead center. No balls, 1 strike to De Leon. Fires over the first, keep Ferguson honest. He's back in time. Ferguson's not known much for his speed on the base path, but Lamar must have been watching tape to know that he can run. As De Leon drops down a bunt, ball comes right back our direction. Strike 2. For those 2 count, De Leon's going to have to swing at something. Hopefully he swings at something that he can get a hold of and not chase anything outside and away. Righty on righty matchup. Typically a right-handed pitcher is going to want to look outside, try to make the batter swing. 0-2. Outside, there it is. That one's in the dirt, though. Ball 1. 1-2 count to De Leon. The batter's box. On deck, Andrew Vega, the second baseman, waiting for his first chance at the plate. 1-2 for De Leon. That ball's outside again. 2-2. Balls, 2 strikes. 1 out to Roberto De Leon, number 12. Ferguson takes off the first, and that ball is hit high. Ferguson might have to turn back around as that ball is going to be caught by the center fielder. Oh, he looked like he dropped it after he caught it, but either way, it's going to go as out number 2.
The second baseman, number 6.
It's going to go as an F8 in the book. Ferguson makes it back in time. Vegas coming to bat, the second baseman, looking for his first hacks at the plate. 2 away, Ferguson made it back to first. First pitch outside, ball 1. Interesting approach here from Quesada. For a lot of right-handed batters, he's throwing everything outside. Some of these are missing. They're ending up in the dirt. They're ending up running away. But no damage yet on the base pass as he fires over. Barely makes it back in time as Ferguson. One 0 looked at. Strike 1. Has a good lead at first. The 1-2. Check swing. Doesn't go around. Doesn't matter anyway. Strike 2. He's going to have to get the bat off his shoulders here. Ferguson's going to be looking to run with 2 strikes. 1-2 count, 2 away. And that ball is looked at for strike 3. You got to get the bat off your shoulders, kid. Can't go down looking. But that's going to end the bottom of the second. We're going to go to the third. The Vikings lead 1-0 over Bowie. Zach on the Productions bringing you John Wade Roofing. Zach on the Productions bringing you Bowie Volunteer Baseball, presented by John Wade Roofing. We'll be right back after this.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Romy Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Romy Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
PDA Advocacy Group would like to remind you that autism is a wide spectrum of neurological differences and it's on the rise, now affecting 1 in 36 Americans and more cases found in males. Those with autism have trouble with social interactions, communication, and can engage in repetitive or self-harming behaviors. While the causes of autism are still being researched, we can begin to learn more by visiting nationalautismassociation.org.
To the third inning we go. Just want to give you a note. Video Killed the Radio Star is playing in the background. It's a very good song to dance to if you're a very good dancer like I am. I used to be a good dancer back in the day. But to the top of the third inning, fans, we want to let you know the third inning is presented to you by our friends at Eka Signs, located in the heart of Arlington. They offer same-day production on certain rush orders and offer a wide catalog of custom printed materials. Call 817-617-2229 to find out how Eka Signs can help you with your brand's visibility. Back to the top of the lineup, Jackson Davis, Jacob Greco, Brock Jackson. Very productive part of the lineup for the Vikings to give them that 1-0 lead back in the first. Jackson Davis looks at a first pitch from De Leon. Ball one. Somehow I typed in 9. It'd be nice to see if it was 9-1, but instead it was 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Low and away again. Ball 2. Davis hits the ball to Henderson. Henderson fires the first. Davis with good speed, but good throw by Henderson. Out number 1. Davis used this speed there. Wasn't able to get there in time, but made it a tougher play for Henderson than it probably should have been. Going to go with a 6-3. Jacob Greco, the right fielder, is coming up to bat. He doubled in his first at bat. One run on the scoreboard came from the top half of this Vikings lineup. Breaking ball, looked at, ball 1. Ran too far inside. That's one thing you don't see a lot of out of Roman Ortega, throwing the breaking pitches early in the count. Doing a good job mixing it up, keeping the Vikings off his game. So that ball's hit. Henderson slides. Good play. And he got him in time. Good job, Isaiah Henderson, to get out number 2. Slid over, kept the glove up, and made an accurate throw to first. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire on that throw. 2 away in the top of the third. Have a pitcher that pitches the contact, you make sure your defense is there to make sure he is taken care of. Now, Coach Lamar comes out to have a quick word to the umpire about it. It'd be nice if I had instant replay. Oh, you know what? I just might. Fans, go to YouTube, look up Zach the Voice. We might be able to get you instant replay on that play to see the great throw Isaiah Henderson made from shortstop. And it's confirmed the runner is out at first base. I can tell you for certain, we got the camera angle right here to let you know. Good throw by Isaiah Henderson. Brock Jackson, the catcher, doubled came around to score in his first plate appearance. He's up for appearance number 2. 2 away in the top of the third. See, looks at strike 1. Good breaking pitch. Letting that breaking pitch go as he lets it go again for another strike. Strike 2. Finding some good movement on those curves. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Oh, 2, that ball's hit. Soft hit to the third baseman. Uribe gets it, he's gonna eat it. And that's gonna go as a hit. That was a very, very softly hit ball to Uribe. Wasn't able to get there in time. So it's gonna be a nice little 2-out single by Brock Jackson. Pitcher Colton Casada up to the plate for his second at bat. He got a hit earlier, got a hit, then he got relieved as a pinch runner, and the pinch runner was out trying to take home. Runner goes from first. Good throw by De Leon, but not accurate enough. Runner's going to slide in second. The ball gets onto the outfield. Jackson turns it, goes to third, and runner makes it all the way to third after a throwing error. So it goes a stolen base and then the throwing error by De Leon. Now the runner standing at third with 2 outs away. And the pitch to Casada was outside for a ball. Jackson standing at third after that stolen base throwing error. Ortega trying to settle down and get the runner out. Keep this a 1-0 game. So 1-0 is looked at into the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Before taking that ball swung on, hit foul out to the football field behind us. 2-1. 2-1. I don't know about you, but I can hear somebody sneezing very loudly in front of me. Hopefully, hopefully you're okay. 2-1, low in the dirt. Good job by De Leon to trap it. Three balls, 1 strike. 1 ball away from losing them. Taking needs to settle down here and try to get something that Sada can hit in the start. And he loses them there. Ball 4. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. It's going to bring up the number 5 man in the lineup, the other Colton McKay. McKay grounded out in a 4-3 put out in the first inning to end the first inning, leave the runner stranded on third. See if we can get him to do that again here. Brock Jackson standing at third. Colton Casada, the pitcher, standing at first, and Casada get caught in a rundown, trying to lollygag instead of getting the sure out. The runner tries to come into home. He makes it into home off of a throwing error. Casada's going to make it home. Slides another throwing error out into the outfield. Second run is going to come in, and that is going to give the Vikings a 3-0 lead. Throwing errors and blunders all around for the Volunteers fielding defense. Instead of taking the sure out, the guy caught in the rundown, the run wouldn't have mattered at that point in time because you would have got the out. It would have been out number 3. Instead, 2 runs come across the score, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead in the top of the third. Official first pitch to McKay. That ball is hitting to the right field. Bounces in front of Wheeler. That's going to go as a 2-out single. Anthony Burns, the first baseman, coming to bat for his second at bat. He singled. He singled the lead off the second. Now he has a runner at first, 2 away. 2 runs have already came across the score. Instead of going for the sure out of the runner getting caught between second and the first and second, the bonehead plays come out. Fundamentals. You need to be fundamentally sound as a baseball player if you want to make the playoffs. And when you make the playoffs, the best champions are the ones that are fundamentally sound. As the runner takes off for second, good throw by De Leon, and that one's got him in time. That's going to end the inning. Great throw by De Leon in the inning. We're now without 2 runs coming to score. We're going to the bottom of the third. Vikings lead the Volunteers 3-0. Back on production, Volunteer Baseball, presented by John Wade Roofing. Right back after this.
A-frames that bring their A game. The next time you need to get your brand out to the community, go with the printers who are in your community, Ika Signs. With everything from wall signs to banners, printed tees to hats, Ika can even do same-day rush orders on select products. Visit ikasigns.com/shop to see their full list. That's ikasigns.com/shop. Ika Signs, a partner of Zach Arnold Productions.
To the bottom third we go. The Volunteers trail the Vikings 3-0. And a very crucial game for second place of District 8-6A. This determines a lot, especially from playoff seedings. After you saw a runner get caught going from first to second, we're going to have 9-1-2. Rojas looks at a strike to lead off the bottom of the third. It's going to be Rojas. Then we'll have Turner in your rebate. Rojas playing left field tonight. And 0-1. Pause. Took a second. It's going to be ball one. 2 runs scored in the top of the third. Came on bad throwing errors. Back-to-back balls going out to the outfield, going all over the place. But we have a leadoff single by Rojas.
Now batting for the Volunteers, the center fielder, number 5.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Jackson Turner, number 5, the center fielder. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to start the game. He needs to be one of the guys you want to look for. Batters 1 through 4 are the ones you need to come alive if you want to win this game. Rojas has been on a tear. Last Friday, he had 2 hits versus Altum. Today, in his first at bat, there as he makes it back in time. Sada doing a good job keeping these Bowie Volunteer runners from trying to scamper from first to second. Turner swings and misses. Strike 1. 2 runs at the top of that third. That's going to haunt the Volunteers for the rest of the night. As that ball is thrown just in time. Rojas had too much of a lead. The umpire at second says he's back safely. It was very close. Bang, bang. Sada's trying to catch these guys slipping here. Volunteers have to keep their head on the swivel. That's the 0-1. Look at ball. Breaking ball. Too high and inside. If you're Turner, you want to take advantage of the pitcher who's looking at first base. Maybe Casada can throw you something over the plate that you can hit out to the outfield and get the runners moving. 1-1. You see Mike moving on that fastball. Little tail off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rojas on first. Casada checks at first, and he fires back to first. Rojas again back in time. Vikings are worried about the runners on base pass. Rojas goes this time. The ball's hit foul. Do it again. 1, 2. The run is in play. Volunteers already have 3 hits, all singles. Yet have left a runner stranded on base each of the last 2 innings. As he fires over to first again, that ball gets away, but doesn't get far enough away. You got to be careful. You did that once already, and the runner was able to scamper over. 1-2 count to Turner. Ball swung on. That ball is hit high. That's going to be foul territory, and it is missed by the catcher. Good play, good attempt, catcher. Threw his mask off, tried to get it. Brock Johnson slid, almost led into the gate. Wasn't able to make it. 1 ball, 2 strikes again to Jackson Turner. Rojas took off to second. Doesn't matter now. The ball hit foul. As you see the numbers behind home plate, multiple seniors on this team trying to get themselves to the playoffs, still be in line for a district title. 1-2, that ball swung on again, hit foul over the right field wall. Baseball help will be needed. So if you hear this, keep your head on the swivel. Foul balls are getting hit everywhere. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He fires over to first again. They're testing Rojas. Sada, he's trying everything he can. He's not worried about the man at the mound. He's worried about the guys behind him trying to steal second. 1 more time. To the Turner, that ball's hit and hit foul 1 more time. Let's do it again. 1-2. As a batter, when you see the pitcher fire over to first over and over to keep the runners in check, you know eventually he's not paying attention to you as much. He's liable to throw something over the plate. You can hit into play. As a runner, keep your head on a swivel because eventually they're going to get you slipping. Sada looks over at first. Shakes off the catcher. This one he fires. That ball is low and away. 2-2. They are really worried about Rojas at first. After the pitch out there, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time to do this now. You get the 1, 2, 3 guys in the lineup coming up to bat. Rojas takes off for a second. That ball is low and away. Ball 3, but Rojas is caught still in second. Throw by Johnson. A pitch that was outside and away. Full count to Jackson Turner. On deck, Christian Uribe. Sada fires 3-2. That ball is hit. Foul. Out into the Volunteers bullpen. That ball had distance. One more time. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jackson Turner. Turner, one of the 6 juniors on this team. Looking to make a name for himself. He's got a big future in front of him. Full count to Turner. Sada kicks, fires. That ball swung on, hit past the third baseman, and that's going to be foul again. I don't know how many baseballs the umpire has, but he's going to run out eventually. This many balls that get foul on this bat. Pitch number 9. We're about to be in double digits here of their bat. 3-2 count. Ball's outside, and he lost him. Turner's going to take his base. First time on base for Jackson Turner. Christian Uribe, the third baseman. So 1-for-1 in the night. He singled in his first at bat back in the first inning. He has a chance to try to move Turner over. Turner has speed, so expect a lot of pitch outs here. They know Turner can run. One away here in the bottom of the third after Rojas was caught stealing from first to second. It's a very, very lengthy at bat. And there's the first pitch out. We need a pitch out counter here on Zach Honor Productions because we're going to get at least a couple between the next 2 guys on base. There's pitch out number 2. He's just firing over the first to keep the guys honest. That's the ball 1. Sada, he has eyes in the back of his head. He's waiting for somebody to run. So you can say that the Rojas caught stealing was more of Brock Johnson than it was of Casada. The 1-0 to Uribe. Ball's hit foul over my head. Strike 1. Here at Bowie High School, there's a net in between the home plate backstop and the broadcast booth here, so it takes us from getting hit. Ball still clears the building above us. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Vikings lead 3-0. And there's number 3 as he fires over the first base again. Fear of Volunteers running is working, but that time he makes it in there safely. Nobody covers second. Oh, they call no pitch there. Turner has to run back to first.
Ball on the field is
We're going to have a mound visit from one of the coaches for Lamar come to check on his pitcher, Casada. Well, let's check over at Gopher Park. Colts and the Gophers are tied 0-0 on the top of the 4th. Zach and Pops have that call. Colts are at bat. 2 outs. 2 runners on. That game is very important for the Colts. If the Colts win, they automatically clinch themselves a spot into the playoffs. Here, the winner here goes to 8-3. The loser goes to 7-4. Right now, the Vikings lead 3-0. The bottom of the third. First inning, we had an RBI double. The third inning, you had two horrendous throwing errors that caused 2 runners to score for the Vikings. Both with 2 outs on the same play. Again, though, for Uribe, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Jackson Turner's got a good lead at first. Prepare for Quesada to fire to first. Nope, he fires home, and that ball is hit foul. Strike 2. Make sure, fans, you like, subscribe to Zach the Voice. Jot Holly running solo tonight. Want to thank Councilwoman for coming to join us earlier in the first inning. Miss Nikki Hunter, District 3 Councilwoman for the City of Arlington. Lamar Viking grad. We want to thank her for joining us. The first inning, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. And that's strike 3. That ball was outside, but Brock Johnson was able to place it in a good spot, and the home plate umpire called strike 2.
Isaiah Henderson.
Fans here, they're excited for Isaiah Henderson to come up to bat. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out 6-3 in the first inning. Last Tuesday, he had 2 homers versus Haltom. He needs to get something going here. 2 outs, and the Volunteers trail by 3. Jackson Turner still at first. No pitch outs yet for Quesada in the last few pitches. That ball is outside. Ball 1. Quesada's been known to fire back to first to keep the runners honest. Maybe after the coach's visit, they said settle down. Don't care if the guy runs or not. Just get the guy at the plate. Started promising with the leadoff single, and there goes the single right past the third baseman. 2 on. Good piece of hitting by Isaiah Henderson right between third and short. 2 runners on, 1 on second, 1 on first. Roman Ortega, the pitcher, has the chance to help his own cause.
Batting the pitcher, number 7, Roman Ortega.
Ortega 0 for 1. He grounded out also 6-3, ground out to the shortstop in his first at bat. 2 on, 2 outs. Anything to the outfield that lands gets Turner home. Turner has a speed that he can make it home with ease. Quesada's first pitch to Ortega. Pitcher on pitcher is outside. Ball 1. If you want to talk about clutch piece of hitting, this is where it comes in clutch mode. You need to get something here to get a run on the board if you're Ortega, because it helps your cause later in the game. The 1-0. That ball swung on, hit past the pitcher. Turner, he's going to round third. Turner's going to be held at third with the speed, but I'm surprised that they didn't send him. But bases are loaded. Good job by Ortega. Bases loaded for Brody Ferguson. Crowd is up here for Brody. Brody's been struggling, but he got a single in his first at bat. Let's see if he can get something here. Careless whisper in the background. Turner at third. Henderson at second. Jayden Kitchens is going to pinch run for the pitcher Ortega at first. Get something cooking, Volunteers. 3-0. Vikings lead. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Brody's looking to find his clutch gene. First pitch, the ball is hit to the third baseman. Third baseman bobbles it, but he still manages to step on third for the force out, and that's going to end the inning. First pitch swinging doesn't help as the Volunteers go down, leaving the bases loaded. And going to the top of the fourth, we are. The Volunteers trail 3-0 to the Vikings. This is Zach on Productions bringing you Bowie Baseball, presented by John Wade Roofing, right after this.
John Wade Roofing has been serving the Arlington area since 1982, but the Wade legacy runs much deeper in the city of Arlington. A pioneer family that has had roots going back decades, John Wade and Company saw relatives attend the Cooper Street Arlington High campus and has had members play in Colt athletics for decades. And they're looking forward to serving this community for decades to come. Find out more at johnwaderoofing.com. Looking for the most unique gift for your student or athlete? Local Legends Figures has you covered.
The custom 6-inch figures are designed with you and your legend in mind. They even immortalize yours truly with a custom, never-before-used model to create a Zach the Voice figure for my 30th birthday. Huge thanks to our friends at Local Legends Figures. See pricing and place orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
Top of the fourth inning we go. Volunteers trail 3-0 to the Vikings, and the Vikings going to come up to bat first there. Top of the fourth. It's going to be 6, 7, 8. Ranson Burns, who was up to bat previously in the third before Colt McKay got caught stealing second base. Behind Ranson Burns will be Connor Bouchel and then Cole Wrench, the DH. Ranson Burns first at bat single to lead off the second inning. So he's looking to see if he can add to his hit total. And the first pitch looked at, ball low and away. One zero. Good pitch, strike one. Ortega's had a good time finding his breaking ball. It's just the defense behind him, the error in the third inning. It's what's costing the Volunteers right now as that ball is looked at, strike two. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike three. Good job by Ortega. That's going to be out number one, top of the fourth. 2 strikeouts for Ortega. Man, he struck it the first time. Connor Bouchel, the left fielder, he's coming to bat for his second at bat. On Chris Knight, Bowie High School. That pitch hits the glove, check swing, doesn't go around. Ball one. Wasn't even an appeal. It looked like he went around, but 1 ball, no strike. 1-0, looked at, strike one. Good comeback pitch by Ortega. That's over at Grand Prairie. Score is still 0-0 going to the top of the fifth. 1-1 looked at in the dirt. Ball two. 2-1. Ball three. Ortega started the inning off great with a strikeout of Burns, and now he's on the verge of losing Bouchel. 3 balls, 1 strike. That ball is inside, but called strike. Strike two. Good comeback pitch. Bouchel is ready to take his gingerly stroll down the way to first. Full count, 1 away. 3-2. That ball is low, and he lost him that time. Runner's going to take his way to first base. Another inning, another runner on the base path for the Vikings. Cole Wrench, number 17, the DH. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to a fielder's choice in his first bat in the second inning. A little bit of something here, a little bit of something there. The Volunteers can get back into it. They had the bases loaded in the bottom half of the last inning as that ball runs inside, and it's going to hit him. That's not good. Center fielder Logan Archibald taking his second at bat to get some hacks up there after that hit by pitch on Cole Wrench. Archibald also 0-1. Flew out to Jackson Turner to end the second inning. As we're going to have a little mound visit. Coach Johnson's on his way to go check on the starting pitcher. Don't see anybody in the bullpen warming up, but we'll see how long the leash is going to be on Ortega. Make sure you like and subscribe to to the YouTube channel Zach the Voice, bringing you all baseball all the time. Arlington High School, Bowie Volunteer Baseball. It's what you need. You want to listen to Zach the Voice? He can get you the best baseball coverage in the city of Arlington. As Coach Johnson has a quick word with the starting pitcher Ortega. 2 on, 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Runner on second. Runner on first after the hit by pitch. And Archibald, the center fielder, who flew out in his first bat to Jackson Turner, looks at a ball. One zero. Looked at strike one. Listeners up here with me today. It's been a fun day. It beats it because I'm by myself running the call. Zach and Pops got each other, and I just got myself. The runner takes off to third, and he's going to slide in safely. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on the corners. Ortega needs a ground ball, a double play to get himself out the inning to avoid another run coming across the score. Ortega's done a good job of limiting damages so far, but the 3rd inning, the error will be what's going to cost him as that 2-1 is looked at strike 2. Fans, don't forget, we won't have a game this Friday. It is Good Friday. Thursday will be the second game of this matchup between the Vikings and the Volunteers. That will be at Bowie High School. Balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ortega needs some type of ground ball, some type of help here. A little defensive help or anything. The 2-2, that ball swung on. Henderson catches in the glove. That's out number 1. Out number 2. He is safe at first. And the run's going to come across the score. Henderson thought he could do it all in a double play. Just missed it. The Vikings take a 4-0 lead now after the runner comes in to score on the fielder's choice by Archibald.
Jackson Davis.
Top of the lineup, Jackson Davis, 3rd at bat already in 4 innings. He's 0 for 2. Both times he's grounded out to Isaiah Henderson. In the first pitch he sees, ball 1. Davis has a lot of speed on the base pass. If he can get anything out there. Wrench is still at first. DH who made it to first after getting hit by a pitch. Shell was a runner that came in to score from 3rd. 1-0 count. That pitch swung on, hit high. Turner's calling for it. And he calls off Wheeler. He's going to look it into his glove. And that's going to end the inning. But a run's going to come across the score. The Volunteers fell 4-0 to the Lamar Vikings. Fans, this is the 4th inning. It means it's time for the 4th inning stretch. Presented to you by Taqueria Taco Express. Featuring a wide, authentic menu, Taco Express can solve any Mexican food craving. Order online to collect points for free food or get 5 tacos in a large aqua fresca. Taco Tuesdays for just $10. Thank you, Taqueria Taco Express. I will be heading your way once this game is over. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, the Volunteers trail the Vikings 4-0. Zach on Productions bringing you Volunteer Baseball, presented to you by John Wade Roofing.
Taqueria Taco Express is now the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 in Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com. If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Jason Wheeler strolls into the batter's box and we get ready to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Lamar leads 4-0 over the Volunteers. And the game has been a very defensive struggle for the Volunteers. They've had errors along the defensive side of the field. That's what caused the 2 runs in the 3rd inning. As that 1-0 swung onto the shortstop, the ball fired across the first, and he's going to be out. Out number 1 to Jason Wheeler. That quick.
Catcher number 12, Alberto De Leon.
Roberto De Leon, the catcher's coming up to bat for his 2nd at bat of the game. He struck out the first time, and the bottom of the 2nd. Quesada showing why he is the number 1 pitcher for the Vikings. That's one of the guys you need down the stretch for Lamar if they want to make the playoffs. First pitch, breaking ball, side, ball 1. Both of these teams tied for 2nd, 7-3. The loser goes to 7-4. The winner goes to 8-3 before Thursday's matchups. That ball, 1-0 pitches, breaking ball, strike 1, finds the zone. 1-1 in the dirt, ball 2. Count to De Leon. And that's looked at, strike 2. Deuce is wild. De Leon went down swinging in his first bat in the bottom of the 2nd and want to avoid getting struck out for the 2nd time. 2-2 outside, ball 3. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Andrew Vega is up in the on deck circle. 3-2. That's going to be ball 4. Good eye. The runner on the base path for the Volunteers after leaving the bases loaded in the bottom of the 3rd. See if they can get something going here in the bottom of the 4th. Andrew Vega, the 2nd baseman, struck out his first at bat as well. Looking to make amends for that error in the 3rd inning. Try to get himself on base. Have a pinch runner. Ryan Parker's going to pinch run for Roberto De Leon. Parker's got a lot of speed. Vega swings. First pitch swinging. That ball is going deep to center field. Center fielder's going to look it into his glove, and that's out number 2. First pitch swinging. It's not going to call you back into this game. Alex Rojas, 1 for 1 with a single. Looking at bat for his 2nd time. His first bat was in the bottom of the 3rd. Last inning, he led off the inning with the single. Last Friday, he was 2 for 3. 2 singles, and then he struck out in his final at bat of the game. There goes another throw over to first. We've seen a lot of those today. I wish I had a counter that I could keep counting. First official pitch to Rojas, ball outside. Johnson, good job sliding over to keep the balls past him. A few fast balls from Lamar, but not many. One of the few catchers in the district you don't hear much of. You hear a lot about Jeremiah Taylor and Roberto De Leon. Brock Johnson's holding his own back there behind the plate. As the 1-0 swung on, and that ball is going to find the glove of the shortstop, and that's going to end the inning. Volunteers are going to strand another runner on base. We go to the top of the 5th. Volunteers trail 4-0. Back on a production, bringing you Volunteer baseball right after this.
If you're like me and need printed materials to get your brand out there to the community, then you need Ika Signs. Conveniently located in central Arlington, Ika features a wide selection of shirts, hats, banners, yard signs, acrylics, magnets for your car, magnets for your fridge, tumblers, A-frames, and more. Call Ika at 817-617-2229 for more information and tell them Zap sent you.
Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to hear Zach talk about things beyond the realm of sport, catch him with me, Ben Hart, on the Intergalactic Peace Coalition podcast. For nearly a decade, we've been geeking out on IPC about our favorite nerdy thing. We have a back catalog of over 350 episodes diving into sci-fi and fantasy stories like no one else. Find the Intergalactic Peace Coalition at ipcpodcast.podbean.com or download via your favorite podcast app.
Back here at Bowie High School, score update across town. The Arlington Colts and the Grand Prairie Gophers are tied 0-0 in the bottom of the fifth, and a nail biter there. The Colts know they need a win, and they're in the playoffs. They're currently in first place in the district, while these two teams here are battling for second, after Arlington High has swept Bowie and Lamar. So that they do have the lead on both of these teams if it comes down to it in the playoffs. As the first pitch here to Jackson Davis. Sorry, the first pitch here to Jacob Greco. Looked at strike one. 0-1. Miss. Ball one. 1-1 count to Greco. Greco is 1 for 2. Doubled in his first at bat. As that ball passes past the glove of De Leon. Ball two. One to Greco. That ball looked at, and he missed the zone by that much. 3-1. The 3-1. Looked at strike two. Greco lost his bat on that. 3-2, that ball is hit, and it is hit foul over the head of all the parents. Last Friday, we got to see a parent catch the ball into his hoodie. Looking to see if we can get another one of those today. Full count, Jacob Greco, the right fielder. On deck, Brock Johnson, the catcher. And the 3-2 is missed. All four. Another inning, another base runner. Brock Jackson's coming up for his third at bat. He is 2 for 2. He has a double and a single. It's halfway to the cycle. All that's left are the two hardest things possible, a triple and a home run. See the ball fired over to first. That's a nice night. The sun's gone down. It's not a lot of breeze. The flags, center fielder, dead centered. They're straight down. That ball is going straight up, and that should be an out number one. And it is. Ferguson looks into his glove. Out number one. First pitch swinging by Jackson. First time he's been retired. It was an F3. Colton Casada, the pitcher, he's coming to the bat. He walked in the third inning. He's done a good job on the mound holding these Volunteers scoreless through 4 innings. As Ortega fires over to first, that ball gets past Ferguson, but not that far. Runner makes it back in time safely. That's the first pitch. That ball is hit, and it is hit well in between the gap and the left center. The left fielder Rojas gets it. He fires in. Henderson's going to be able to stop the runner from getting anywhere past third. But that's going to go to stand-up double for Colton Casada. Runners in scoring position. 1 out on top of the fifth. Third baseman, Colton McKay, the third baseman's coming up. He singled in his last at bat. Man, these Vikings, they're getting anything they want today off of Roman Ortega. After that stand-up double, we have runners in scoring position, only 1 away. Don't forget, the second game of this matchup will be Thursday at Lamar High School, 7 p.m. Zach and Pops will be there to cover that call. That first pitch from McKay is looked at, strike one. Correction, it'll be Zach and PA man Yachty. Yachty will be on the call, so you get to hear his voice. We won't be at Bowie High School, but you get to hear the smooth sounds of Yachty, John, and Zach Arnold at Lamar High School. As Volunteers will take on the Vikings to try to even this series back up if the score holds the way it is looking. The way it's looking is not very good. And that ball, runner gets caught. Runner gets caught trying to come home. Runner for second makes it to third, but the runner at third he gets caught trying to suicide squeeze himself. Out number 2. Good heads up play by De Leon to get the runner out. Now it's 2 away. Runner at third. McKay's still in the batter's box. This is the second at bat that McKay's had a runner get caught stealing. That ball's not going to get caught stealing as it goes over the head of De Leon. Turner's going to field it and he's going to fire it back in. That's going to be an RBI single. That's going to make it 5-0. And just a week after sweeping Haltom, the Volunteers they're struggling to put any type of things together versus the Vikings today. The Vikings coming off of getting swept to Arlington last week. As the runner goes, and he is in there safely at the latest possible second. Good throw by De Leon to try to get the runner, but not in time. Vanson Burns is looking at his third at bat. He struck out looking his last at bat previously. He's looking at an 0-2, quick 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Ortega. Ortega needs a way to get out of this inning, get the Volunteers bats back up there. It's the 0-2 is outside, ball 1. 1-2 count. 2 outs. Ortega kicks, fires, and that is strike 3. Good pitch by Ortega. Burns goes down looking. Second strikeout of the game on Burns. Volunteers have a chance to come back up to get something going in the bottom of the 5th. This is Zach on Productions bringing you Bowie Volunteer Baseball. We'll be right back after this.
Las albercas en Texas necesitan servicios durante todo el año. Romy Pools brinda servicios de calidad, incluyendo limpieza, mantenimiento y reparaciones. Llama al número 469-951-0107 para una consulta gratuita y pregunta por Roberto. Romy Pools, haremos que te enamores de tu alberca de nuevo.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
To the bottom of the 5th inning we go. This game has not been close. 5-0 the Vikings lead over the Volunteers. The Volunteers are going to come up to bat. Bringing up Jackson Turner, Christian Uribe, and Isaiah Henderson will be the 1, 2, 3 batters in the bottom of the 5th. It's been all Vikings all game. It started off early with an RBI double. Vikings haven't looked back since. After 2 errors were given up in the 3rd inning to bring 2 runs across the score. Colt Casada for the Vikings has been shut down. Shutting down these Volunteers. No bats have been able to get anything going. Jot Holly on the call. A lot of fans from the north side have made it all the way up here to Bowie High School to the south side. And they came out in numbers to support the Vikings. It's 2 teams that were coming in opposite directions. With the Vikings being swept last week to Arlington High, looking to make amends for the way they played last week, while the Volunteers, who swept Haltom, are looking to change up, and they need something going for them because nothing's working right now. Looks like this will be a pitching.
Leading off for the Volunteers, the center fielder, number 5, Jackson Turner.
Looked like we were gonna have a pitching change, but instead we just had some warming up on the mound. Colton Casada been sitting there for a while. He's been very on point for the Vikings. Bowie's had hard time getting anything going. Casada only has 2 strikeouts of volunteer hitters. He's given up 4 hits. Something is happening. Waiting to see what the official word is. As the home plate umpire is walking over to Lamar's coach.
Something is under review, presented by John Davis Neeson. We don't know what it is yet.
We're waiting to see what the official word is on the review. Somebody needs to fill us in somewhere. It's all is well. Unless somebody says otherwise, all is well. Jackson Turner is going to come up to the plate for his third at bat. He is 0 for 1. Grounded out in his first at bat. He walked in his second at bat.
Attention, please. Now pitching for Lamar, number 8, Colton McKay. Colton McKay, number 8. Now pitching for Lamar.
We have a pitching change. Colton McKay is going to come up to pitch. Colton Casada, he is done for the day on the mound. So McKay is going to come in to close. As the first pitch from McKay, that ball is hit. Turner, bloop single, and the right fielder scoops it in. That's going to be out number 1. First pitch swinging. We couldn't even get everything out of there. First pitch swinging by Turner, caught on a great play by the right fielder. That's how the bottom of the 5th is going to go. Fans, a new pitcher on the mound means needs a sign of change. The next time you need signs, banners, printed shirts, or any other material, Eka Signs is your local printer to call. 817-617-2229 is the number. Let them know Zach on a production sent you. First pitch to Uribe. It's a breaking ball looked at. Strike 1. It's been interesting. It's been people coming back and forth inside the booth. I'm over here by myself, losing my mind. Things just going all over the place today as the 0-1 is swung on. That ball is hit foul over everybody's head. Ball 2. Uribe, 1 for 2. He singled in his first at bat, struck out in his second. And that was back in the 3rd inning. Volunteers need something going here in the later half of this game. Breaking ball by McKay, swung on and missed. That's strike 3.
The shortstop, number 9, Isaiah Henderson.
Second time Uribe has been sitting down on strikes. And that one wasn't even close. Swung at a breaking pitch you had no business swinging at. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Isaiah Henderson, the shortstop, coming up to bat. He's 1 for 2 as well. He has a single, but he grounded out. 6-3 ground out in his first plate appearance of the game. Looking for a spark here with 2 away. Colton McKay is dealing after coming in for Colton Casada. Colton on Colton change. First pitch, that ball is hit foul as well. Strike 1. Two away in the bottom of the 5th. Lamar is 2 innings away from taking over second place from the Volunteers. It's 0-1, runs in, but runs in too far. Ball 1. One pitch. That ball swung on and missed. Strike 2. Volunteers aren't able to get a hold of anything today. Both Colton Sada and now McKay are keeping these guys down. One ball, 2 strikes to Isaiah. And that ball is hit, and it's gonna be a base hit. Good piece of 2-out hitting by Isaiah. Second hit of the day for Henderson. Ortega's going to come to bat for his 3rd at bat of the game. He had a single in his last at bat before the Volunteers stranded the runners on base. Any type of 2-out rally is what you need right now with the later innings coming. Ortega is the man you want to do it, batting in the cleanup spot for a reason. First pitch runs too far. Ortega has a duck and cover his face. Almost got hit. Ball 1. Score update across town. Still 0-0 in the bottom of the sixth. 2 outs. That game, Arlington knows they need a win to get into the playoffs for sure. Is that 1-0 swung on, grounded, fielded to the shortstop. Shortstop's going to toss it to second, and that's going to end the inning. 2 outs, 2 innings left to go for the Volunteers to get anything going. Vikings lead 5-0 here at Bowie High School. Step aside real quick. This is Zach on Productions bringing you high school baseball presented by John Wade Roofing.
Hey, Arlington residents, if you're like me and tired of rising insurance rates, then it's time to make the switch to Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services. Since 1984, they've been your trusted local insurance experts, offering competitive quotes for all your needs. Auto, homeowners, umbrella, renters, boats, and even classic cars. Why settle for less when you can get the best? Compare coverages today and see how much you can save by visiting chapman-cornelius.com. Chapman Cornelius, your local insurance partner since 1984.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Extraordinaria y auténtica comida mexicana, aquí encontrarás el mejor menú para el paladar más exigente. Puedes visitarlos en una de sus 3 sucursales ubicadas en Arlington y en Green Prairie. No te pierdas de su grandioso especial todos los martes, Taco Tuesday, de 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrarnos o hacer un pedido, visítalos a su página web taqueriatacoexpress.com.
So the 6-3 go, flying solo today. Jot Holly, Zach and Popso over at Grand Prairie, where the Colts and the Gophers are tied 0-0 in the bottom of the sixth in a game that Arlington needs to win to clinch their spot into the playoffs. Only 4 spots in the playoffs per district. And these 2 teams in front of us, they're fighting for seeding and they're fighting for spots for sure. Right now, the Vikings have the best of the Volunteers, 5-0. And Roman Ortega's back on the mound going into the top of the 6th inning. The Volunteers have been able to get nothing going at the plate, minus the fact that they had the bases loaded in the they had bases loaded in the 3rd inning, only to leave the bases stranded. Connor Bouchel's coming up to bat for the Vikings. He has had a very good day. He got caught stealing earlier in the game, but he's made it on base twice. Good sized crowd here to see Bouchel swing and miss, strike 1. A lot of fans made their way from Lamar. Not as many here from Bowie, but the Bowie faithful, they need something going. They need some type of energy to cheer their team up as we go into the bottom of the 6th and 7th. Volunteers aren't out this game yet as the 0-1 is looked at. Ball 1. They're not out this game yet, but they need some type of something to strand their team together. Bottom half of the lineup has been very ineffective outside of Rojas. It's the 1-1 is swung on by Bouchel. That ball is hit, and he's going to be out. That is a good play. He almost pulled Ferguson off the bat, but he was able to keep his foot on the bag and get out number 1. It's going to go as a 4-3. Vega had a very, very awkward throw from second to first. One away, Cole Wrench, the DH. Walked. Hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. And he almost he almost got hit there as he has a duck away from a ball that's coming at his knees. Ball 1. Flying solo. 1-0. That one's looked at, strike 1. Been interesting calls today by the umpires. Some things have been running inside, getting called balls and strikes. 1-1. That ball is no doubt about it foul. Strike 2. Top of the 7th. Colts and Gophers. Still 0-0. If anybody happens to know the score of Haltom and South Grand Prairie, please let us know. Subscribe to the channel, Zach the Voice, and let one of us know, or shoot a message over to the PA man, Yachty Pagan, as the 1-2 is outside, misses 2-2. Vikings Volunteers both tied at 7-3 in the district. The winner of this moves to 8-3 before Thursday's matchup, since we don't have a game Friday for Good Friday. 2-2 swung on, foul again out into the visitor bullpen. 2-2, that ball's outside again. Full count, 3-2. Ortega can't afford to lose another batter here. And the 3-2, he lost him. Ball 4. Questionable call by some of the fans, but it doesn't matter. Ball 4 sends him running to first. And it's time for a pitching change. Coach Johnson's on his way out there. He has seen enough. Fans, you know what that means? When there's a pitching change, it means it's a sign of a change. We'll let you know who the new pitcher is on the mound when we come back. But first, when you need signs, banners, printed shirts, or other printed materials, Eka Signs is your local printer to call. 817-617-2229. That's the number to call, and let them know Zach on Productions sent you. We're going to step aside, and we'll figure out who the new pitcher is after this.
Taqueria Taco Express is now the official taqueria of Zach Arnold Productions. They feature 3 convenient locations, including 2 in Arlington and the original site on the Grand Prairie border at I-20 in Great Southwest. Their Taco Tuesday special includes 5 tacos and an agua fresca for just $10. Made from scratch with authentic recipes, you can place single or bulk orders online by going to taqueriatacoexpress.com.
Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Romy Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Romy Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
Fans, new pitcher on the mound. First baseman Brody Ferguson, the big lefty. He's going to come out and pitch. And for Brody and Ramon Ortega, his day is done. He's going to move over to first base. They're going to flip-flop their way over. Ferguson's be on the mound. Lefty, Brody Ferguson. Ortega's going to first. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Logan Archibald. Grounded out in the fielder's choice back in the 4th inning. Flew out to center field back in the 2nd. Ferguson is going to come in with a runner on first, and the first pitch is swung on, hit foul. Strike 1. Rents the DH standing on first base after getting walked in the previous at bat. If he comes around to score, that run would be credited to Roman Ortega. 0-1 count to Archibald. Lefty. Archibald, the ball's hit foul, out of play, over behind the batting cages here at Bowie High School to my right. That's on the first base side. No balls, 2 strikes to the center fielder Archibald. Top of the lineup will be right after this. Jackson Davis is in the on-deck circle. As the 0-2 check swing, doesn't go around, ball 1. Looked like a good pitch. Archibald made up his mind to swing and caught it at the last second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big breaking pitch, and he got him. Good job by Brody. That's a strikeout out number 2. That breaking pitch had a lot of movement on it. Jackson Davis, the center for the second baseman, 0 for 3. He's coming up to bat. Lefty on righty, and he looks at a pitch outside to seam. Misses. Ball 1. Runner on first, 2 outs. Ortega's day is done. He's playing at first. Brody has a 1-0 count. And that ball runs in, but it made it over the plate. Strike 1. My angle, it looked like it was going to run in too far, but it caught just enough of the plate to be a strike. Score update over at South Grand Prairie. Arlington scores in the top of the 7th. 1-0, top of the 7th, 2 outs. Make sure you tune into that. Zach and Pops have that call. For Arlington, if this score holds, as that ball, wild pitches, it breaks too far inside, runner's going to make it over to second. 3-1 count. Brody's on the verge of losing Davis. That score holds at South Grand Prairie. That score holds at Grand Prairie. Arlington's going to make the playoffs for sure, and they're going to move to 9 wins in district play. After starting off the season kind of rough for the Colts have turned things around after getting a sweep of Lamar, and they got a sweep of Bowie. 3-1. The ball's hit foul, out of play. Strike 2. Full count. Full count to the second baseman, Davis. 2 outs. Runner's going to be on his way. Brody looking to keep the score where it's at. The 3-2. That ball is hit. Fielded by Uribe at third. Uribe's going to fire over to first or take a steps on the bag, and that's going to end the inning. Good job by Brody to come in, keep that runner from scoring. Still 5-0 though going into the bottom of the 6th. Vikings lead over the Volunteers. We're going to step aside. Volunteer Baseball presented by John Wade Roofing.
Local Legends Figures immortalizes your athlete's achievements for a lifetime. Featuring 6-inch figures with poses in football, baseball, band, hockey, even lacrosse. Local Legends makes every effort to show their likeness down to every possible uniform detail. To order your custom figure, call 817-681-0319 or email orders at locallegendsfigures.com.
A-frames that bring their A game. The next time you need to get your brand out to the community, go with the printers who are in your community, Ika Signs. With everything from wall signs to banners, printed tees to hats, Ika can even do same-day rush orders on select products. Visit ikasigns.com/shop to see their full list. That's ikasigns.com/shop. Ika Signs, a partner of Zach Arnold Productions.
2 innings left to go for the Volunteers to make any type of movement as they trail 5-0 to the Vikings. Don't forget, fans, Thursday, Yachty Pagan and Zach Arnold will be on the call over at Lamar High School in the second game of this matchup. There's no game Friday because of Good Friday. So hopefully the Volunteers will be celebrating a Good Friday with the win to even their records back with the Vikings. But as of now, if this score holds, the Vikings will have sole possession of second place, pending the score between Haltom and South Grand Prairie. Brody Ferguson, the relief pitcher, is coming up to bat for his third at bat. His last time he came up to bat was in the 3rd inning with the bases loaded and grounded out to 3rd. So let's see if he can make amends here. He has a chance to try to help himself out. Early chance to try to get something going as that ball is hit deep, but not deep enough. The center fielder is going to get to it. That's going to be a quick out, number 1. A lot of first pitch swinging from the Volunteers tonight. Jason Wheeler, the right fielder, 0 for 2. One of the first pitch casualties that we've seen from the Volunteers. Let's see if he can get something going as he is stepping into the batter's box. Colton McKay back on the mound out there, and he has the ball hit right back to him. He fires over to first. That's out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs. You don't win a game by first pitch swinging. You're 2 pitches, 2 quick outs. That's never going to help your cause in a game like this where you're trailing 5-0. Berto De Leon, the catcher, he is 0 for 1. He walked in the 5th inning. As he takes the first pitch, that is a ball. When you're trailing like this, you have a relief pitcher out there, the first thing you want to do is make them work. You don't first pitch swing. Good job by De Leon to take the first pitch to see what McKay has. The 1-0 looked at. Looked kind of outside, but it's going to be called a strike. Strike one. Vikings. The Volunteers are 4 outs away. So they need something to happen here. Breaking pitch runs so far inside. De Leon ducks. Ball 2. Certain situations you might want that. You might want that to hit you because you'll get the runner on base, but you don't want it to hit you in the head. And that breaking pitch broke too far inside, heading toward De Leon's head. 2-1. Foul back to the net. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to the catcher De Leon. Vega's in the on deck circle. Okay, fires on the 2-2. The ball is hit back to the net again, and it's stuck in the net. Whoa, what a magic trick. The ball didn't bounce back down. It's still sitting there in the neck like Spider-Man. Let's do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That's a cool trick. 1 in a million. The 2-2. Breaking pitch. Looked at. And they wanted it, but they didn't get the call. 3-2. The 3-2. You got to get the bat off your shoulders, De Leon. You got to get something here to swing at. The 3-2, and he is going to take his base. Ball 4. Good job working the count. 2-out walk. It's going to bring up Andrew Vega. De Leon got forced the second walk of the game. So he's 0 for 1. He's been on base twice, though, with 2 walks, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th. Vega, on the other hand, he's 0 for 2, and he struck out back in the 2nd inning. Strangely, the Volunteers are down 5-0, but they've only struck out 3 times. They have more walks than strikeouts. Problem's been they've been stranding too many runners on base. First pitch to Vega. First pitch swinging. That ball's at foul. Strike 1. Fans, stay tuned after this for the John Wade post-game show. It'll be a very brief post-game show, as I'm sure the fans here and the people that work at Bowie High School will be ready to go. We are 4 outs away from getting to that point. But right now, the Volunteers need some type of 2-out rally, as that ball is fired over the first into the pitcher's, almost into the pitcher's bullpen. Instead, De Leon's going to make it over to second. Actually, that's Ryan Parker. Ryan Parker is the pinch runner for De Leon. He slides. He slid short of second. He stopped in the dirt, but was able to crawl over the second. That's going to be a throwing error on the pitcher. So runner is now in scoring position. 2 away. 0-1 count to Vega. Positive for the Volunteers, you have the top of the lineup coming back to bat for you in the bottom of the 7th. You just need something working before then. No balls, 1 strike to Vega, the second baseman. That ball, breaking pitch, breaks too far. Ball 1. Parker had a good lead at second there. Needs something to go, and Parker has good speed. Anything you can do to get him in, get him home, break this shutout. 4-hit shutout for the Vikings combined between both Casada and McKay. The 1-1. That ball is hit. That's over the head of the second baseman. That's what you needed there. Good piece of 2-out hitting. We have a runner come across the score, and that's going to break the shutout there. Good job by Vega. RBI single. That's what you need with the top of the lineup right behind you.
Now batting for the Volunteers.
Breathe a little bit of life into the Volunteer fans. First run of the game. Good job by the center fielder, though, from Lamar to keep that ball from getting all the way back to the wall. And fans, I know it's late, but you know what that means? The first run of the game for the Volunteers is the part of the Taco Tally. Taco Tally is presented to you by Taqueria Taco Express. All first runs are always presented by Taqueria Taco Express as that ball is grounded to the third baseman, fires over to first, and that's going to end the inning. But don't forget, visit any Taqueria Taco Express this season, any of their 5 locations across the Metroplex on Taco Tuesday for their $10 meal special. We're going to step aside. The Volunteers finally got a run across the board, but they trail 5-1 going into the top of the 7th. This is Zach on Productions bringing you Volunteer Baseball after this.
Hey, Arlington residents.
Taquería Taco Express es la taquería oficial de Zach Arnold Productions. Extraordinaria y auténtica comida mexicana. Aquí encontrarás el mejor menú para el paladar más exigente. Puedes visitarlos en una de sus 3 sucursales ubicadas en Arlington y en Green Prairie. No te pierdas de su grandioso especial todos los martes, Taco Tuesday, de 5 tacos y un agua fresca por solo $10. Para encontrarnos o hacer un pedido, visítalos a su página web taqueriatacoexpress.com. Pools in Texas need servicing all year long. At Rami Pools, LLC, we provide quality pool services such as cleaning, maintenance, and repairs. So call 469-951-0107 for a free estimate and ask for Roberto. Rami Pools, LLC. We're going to make you fall in love with your pool again. Hablamos español.
Back to Bowie High School, and it is official. The Arlington Colts have made the playoffs after a 2-0 win, scoring 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning to beat the Grand Prairie Gophers. And the Colts will be playoff bound, getting their 9th district win. Zach and Pops had that call over there, and they'll be there to have the call on Thursday for the second game of that matchup when the Colts will go home to take on the Grand Prairie Gophers. Next week, the Colts will play the Martin Warriors, and I'll be there for one of those games. Meanwhile, back here at Bowie High School, Brody Ferguson back on the mound with the 0-1 count. That ball swung on, hit into the net. Ball on strike 2. Volunteers trail here 5-1 to the Vikings. The winner of this goes to 8-3. The loser of this goes to 7-4. Jacob Greco's looking at an 0-2 count. And that ball stays outside. Looked like it was going to run back inside, but it doesn't. Ball 1. Greco, he doubled in his first at bat. He walked in his last at bat. He is 1 for 2 with a walk and a double. Speaking of 1-2, the 1-2 count breaking pitch. That ball is hit high. And Jason Wood is going to call everybody off. He's going to look into his glove. Out number 1. F9 in the scoreboard.
The catcher, number 24, Brock Jackson.
Brock Jackson, the catcher. Brock Jackson's been on a tear. He led the game off with a double. Then he got a single in the 3rd. First out came in the 5th inning. 2 for 3 with an RBI. As he has his first look at Brody Ferguson, and the first pitch from Ferguson to Jackson is in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-0, runs inside. Good play by Vega, but the ball gets past Vega's glove, and that's going to go into the outfield. Base hit for Jackson, his 2nd single of the game. Vega looked like he had an eye on that, just scooted under his glove, couldn't make a good play. Now it's going to be a runner on first, 1 away.
Now batting for Lamar, Grafton Owens.
Grafton Owens going to pinch hit for Colton Casada. first at bat. Quesada's day is officially done. Quesada he got on base with 2 doubles and a walk. He was very electric at the plate, and he had a shutout on the mound. The runner takes off to second. Good throw by De Leon, and he is out. De Leon had that throw all the way spotted. Another one bites the dust. 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Grafton Owings still looking to get something registered for his first at bat. That was a ball. 1-0 count to Grafton Owings. 2 away after the runner was caught stealing. That pitch swung on and missed. Strike 1. Volunteers in the bottom half of this inning will have Turner, Uribe, and Henderson, the guys you want at the plate when you're trailing in a game like this, that you can get something going. The 1-1 runs inside, too far inside, ball 2. The 2-1 from Ferguson, outside, ball 3. Can't hit the target that he's looking for. There's been a lot of weird placements by the catchers today. Just some calls have been gone the other way. Jackson's done a good job for Lamar of placing the ball on the inside. As that 3-1 is swung at, missed, strike 2, full count. Grafton Owings. And they called that strike 3. And that's going to end the bottom of the inning after a strikeout by Brody Ferguson to end the top of the 7th. 3 outs left to go for the Volunteers. They need something to happen. Here we go, though, to the bottom of the 7th. Zach on the Productions will bring you that. Presented to you by John Wade Roofton right after this.
If you're a small business owner looking for reliable insurance coverage, or perhaps just navigating the complexities of Medicare, look no further. Chapman Cornelius Insurance Services is a family-owned, independent agency with over 50 years of experience, specializing in tailored insurance solutions for small businesses and their owners. Whether you need property, liability, commercial auto, or even life and health insurance, their agents can help you feel secure in selecting the insurance you need. Call April Chapman or Jason Ott today at 817-265-3346.
Bottom of the 7th inning we go. This is where you find out who has the clutch gene on your team. Speaking of clutch gene, here comes Jackson Turner, the guy you want to lead off any rally. Jackson Turner, one of the juniors on this team, one of the guys you fall back to. He's always a good leadoff man. Today he's 0 for 2 and he has a walk. So you need something for him going in the bottom of the 7th. You're down 5-1. Second game of this matchup's on Thursday at Lamar High School. Zach and Yachty will be there to give you the call. Right now, we need to see if the Volunteers can muster up anything, some type of momentum going through the rest of this game. As the first pitch swing, and that ball is flied out to right field, out number 1. Can't do that. Uribe, the third baseman, he is 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a single. He needs something going. It's not looking good here. 2 outs away left for the Volunteers. The Colts across town have already clinched the playoff spot. Lamar, with a win, would take possession of second place, depending on the score of South Grand Prairie and Haltom. It's the first pitch from McKay, a breaking pitch, misses, ball 1. 1-0. That ball is hit straight away to center field. Center field is under it. That's out number 2. 3 pitches, 2 outs. 1 out left to go, and Isaiah Henderson's coming up to bat. He is 2 for 3. He's been one of the most productive players for the Volunteers tonight. One of the only guys with multiple hits on this team tonight. He needs something going. 2 out, a little piece of 2-out rally here. Both of his hits have been 2-out singles. First pitch, breaking pitch, inside, strike 1. The North Siders are one strike away from going home happy. As the 0-1 hit foul, strike 2. Lamar's faithful here. They're here. Watch their team. They're 1 strike away from getting the win. 8-3 in district. That's what they're looking for. 9 wins pretty much guarantees you a playoff spot in District 8-6A. As the 0-2 is outside. Ball 1. Henderson steps back into the box for his 4th appearance. 2 for 3, 2 singles. And he grounded out in his first appearance. So 1-2, that's over our head. That's off the roof. Do it again, 1-2. That ball hit right above our head. I was hoping the roof would cave in a little bit and the ball would fall right through here. Always wanted to sign signature baseball from anybody. Volunteers down to their final strike of the game. Seems like the life has left this ballpark here in the south side of Arlington. Not many fans cheering, nothing to cheer about. You've been beaten pretty much the whole game. 1-2, that ball is hit high. The pitcher calls for it, the catcher calls for it, everybody's calling each other off, and that ball is going to be caught by the first baseman, and that's going to end the game. The Volunteers are going to drop this one 5-1, and they're going to fall to 7-4 in district play before they go to the second game of this matchup with the Vikings. We're going to step aside real quick. We'll come right back with the John Wade post-game show. This is Zach on Productions bringing you Bowie Volunteer Baseball.
John Wade Roofing is celebrating 40 years serving the Arlington area. John Sr. played for Colt football and was the team MVP in '76. He went on to play for TCU, earning all conference honors. The family has a Colt legacy that spans generations and wants to help your family's roofing needs, plus gutters, painting, solar, and more. For more information, go to johnwaderoofing.com.
We ask that you please exercise care.
Back here at the ballpark at Bowie, where the Volunteers lose
Please.
5-1. They dropped the first game of this 2-game series with the Lamar Vikings, and they're going to fall to 7-4 in district play, while the Lamar Vikings were moved to 8-3. This is a John Wade Roofing post-game show presented to you by John Wade Roofing. Tell you a little bit about John Wade Roofing real quick before we get into some stats and break down the rest of this game, and from there we'll move on to what to look forward to for Thursday. John Sr. played for Arlington High and was the team MVP in 1976. He also played for TCU and UTA, earning all conference honors and conference champion honors. After a stint with the Houston Oilers, he started roofing in 1982 and never looked back. His legacy on the gridiron is now matched by his legacy the company has built in the community for over 40 years. So the next time you need roofing needs, gutters, painting, solar, or more, call the family that does more at 817-265-5520. Thank you, John Wade Roofing. Thank you to all of our sponsors, Chapman Cornelius, Taqueria Taco Express, Ika Signs, Rami Pools. Just give you a breakdown real quick of this game. There's not much left to break down. It was a one-sided affair for most of the game. The Volunteers had a hard time getting any hits off of Colton Casada, but they were able to string a hit in every inning for the first 5 innings on Casada before chasing him out of the game, but they just couldn't bring any runners home. The biggest part of the game that really took a turn After the 2-run error in the 3rd inning, the Volunteers had a chance to try to make amends for their sins with the bases loaded. They stranded the bases loaded there, and they never had a chance to get close. Isaiah Henderson probably be the player of the game for the Volunteers. He went 2-for, 2 singles. Other than that, the only other hit that had any type of impact was Andrew Vega's RBI single in the bottom of the 6th. They couldn't get anything going on Colton Casada, and now they have to make up for it as they drop to 7-4. Game 2 of this series will be Thursday, as there is no game Friday with it being Good Friday. Zach and Yachty will have the call from Lamar High School. Something to look forward to if you're Arlington High. You know not if you're Arlington High, if you're Bowie, you've seen the best pitcher Lamar has to throw at you, and Colton Casada. Be interesting to see who the Game 2 starter is for Thursday. But if you can get a hold of him at all, any type of run, any type of hit, any type of momentum, you have a chance to get the win and work your way back into second place. But right now, Lamar has control of second place in the district, barring the score of Haltom and South Grand Prairie, which we'll have the score updated for you later. We'll wait to see by Thursday what the standings look like. All we know for now, Arlington High is the only team from District 86A to make the playoffs. They're sitting there at 9 wins in district play, and they're on their way, barring a collapse in the next 3 games, to winning district. For Bowie needs to come out strong. They had a hard time stringing multiple hits together. They left too many runners on base. Roman Ortega pitched a good game. It was really the error in the 3rd inning that kind of sealed the deal for them. Going forward, you just need to get something going, some type of hits. You need 1 through 4. 1 through 4 got hits. The only player 1 through 4 that didn't get hit was Jackson Turner, but you get a lot out of here from fielding. He normally has some type of hit somewhere along the way. Uribe got a hit. Henderson got 2 hits. Ortega got a hit. Brody Ferguson was able to get a hit today. But you got to find more production somewhere along the way for these Volunteers. But until Thursday, Sacramento Productions appreciates everybody that sponsors the production. Sorry I was by myself today. It was just a little scheduling error, a little bit of fun. It's always fun to be by yourself sometimes to watch baseball. But from Bowie High School, that's all it wrote. Final score, Vikings 5, Volunteers 1. Until Thursday, Sacramento Productions signs off. And we